Yes, that's very interesting because it reminds me of this a concept of spiritual bypassing,
Yes.
which in a way it's this experience that, and you see it sometimes in spiritual seekers, where you're instead of integrating the trauma or the suffering, you are able to explain it away in some sense through with spiritual terms, right? So where you can use terms like oneness and love, and there is maybe Krishnamurti call it an intellectual understanding, which is a little bit similar to what you were saying, but the experience or the contact with whatever that is, let's say oneness, is not there. And I suspect that it has to do with this disconnection that we have. We are already numb at the personal level, so then we will be numb to oneness as well, as it were.
I think that's absolutely right. Intellectual bypassing, of course, is what you see in a lot of academic publications and institutions. They're very smart. They know a lot up here, but it's disconnected from the heart. The spiritual bypass is interesting. People can actually achieve beautiful states of serenity as long as they're sitting on a meditation cushion. Now they think, I've attained it. But out there in life, they can't integrate what they've experienced on the cushion. And they keep going back to the cushion to achieve these states rather than working on integration, which is really dealing with the trauma. In the spiritual world, this can reach extreme lengths. And I don't have, recently another scandal in another spiritual organization, a Shambhala organization, you probably know about that, where the leader of it turns out to have been sexually exploiting participants for years and years, and people shut their eyes to this. Now there's a scandal. Similar scandals in major spiritual organizations, religious organizations. And what's really interesting, I'm talking about the bypass inside these leaders. Because on the one hand, it's true, they convey a lot of wisdom. They've obviously attained a lot of spiritual knowledge, but it's completely cut off from the rest of their beings. On the one hand, they can teach and genuinely teach. This is the dilemma. It's not that they're lying or pretending. What they're teaching, I think they genuinely have experienced or understand. But on the other hand, there's a part of them that's capable of exploiting their power to feed their own egos. And so talk about spiritual bypass. There's the extreme example of it. But we're all capable of it. We may not all have the power or the ego to exploit it to that extent.